The campus is alive at Purdue University, home of the Boilermakers. Where the crowds fill the stadiums, technology roams the street. And outside West Lafayette, beautiful farmland.
West Lafayette, Indiana. This is the America I grew up reading about in books.
Surrounded by acres of corn is this farm, the home base of our next spot. This is where owner Jody Baylor conceptualized the Homestead, a family-run restaurant that offers something more to its patrons. You'll find their location 3 miles from campus.
Troy, what were some of your go-to meals in college?
Oh, my food dark ages. I couldn't cook. I was too broke to go to restaurants. So much ramen, so much bad pizza.
You're not alone, but here at Purdue, the Homestead has created this perfect little balance between restaurants and that old dining hall experience.
Owner Jody has created a treasure trove of ready-to-eat meals. You can eat it here or take it to go, heat it up anytime you want for a taste of home.
It really means a lot when you can have family time. It's a real blessing to have everybody sit around the table and enjoy a home-cooked meal.
My husband Mike and I have 5 children, and all girls. 5 girls were born within 6 years, so we were very busy, and I was just home a lot, so cooking kind of became my passion. As I started doing more cooking at home and creating recipes, I started doing it in larger quantities. I had to be more efficient with my time, and so I would serve something for dinner one evening and freeze the other 2/3 of it. It was that concept that we kind of used as we started the Homestead.
Most restaurants want their customers to come in, order each individual meal, eat it here and go. But they come to you, get a week's worth of food, a month's worth of food.
Right. So we have a large assortment of frozen casseroles, all kinds of ready meals that are just ready to take and bake.
Woo! Whoa!
We should be at 0 degrees.
How much food is in here?
An awful lot. All of our casserole pans can go into a microwave.
Wow. This is a taste of home that you can get.
We do make everything from scratch.
Yeah.
And we hand assemble everything.
So it's really made with love.
It's made with lots of love.
We also do a large variety of homemade pies. We do a lot of hot sandwiches. We do a daily soup. And of course, an array of desserts. Our frozen take and bake casseroles specifically sell extremely well. A lot of it has to do with campus and the Purdue students and parents purchasing things like that for their children, you know. Mom can't be there to cook, and so they know that they're providing them a good meal.
Every member of Jody's family has helped make those meals possible. All 5 of her daughters have worked at the Homestead, and her husband plays a role too.
I don't bake, I don't cook. I'm the taste tester, but I do a lot of the book work.
All their success traces back to Jody, who learned how to cook from her mom. She now creates her own recipes and, with the help of cookbooks, embraces new ones.
Most people read, novels or something else, and she'll read a recipe book and fall asleep doing that.
Today, pie is on the menu, and Jody decided to make us the official Indiana State pie, the sugar cream.
The first step in making a pie is your pie crust. Take a shortening cutter. This cuts the shortening with the flour. Set a piece of wax paper on top and roll. Take the pie crust and we're gonna flip it into the pie shell. So you're gonna bake this at about 375. While this is baking, we're gonna work on the pie filling. We're gonna start with sugar, real butter, and some vanilla. We're just gonna take this and pour it right into the pie shell. And now we're gonna sprinkle it with cinnamon. There's our finished pie.
Are you ready for some sugar cream pie?
I have no idea. I've never heard of a sugar cream pie.
You've never heard of a sugar cream pie?
I have not. And I feel like I've upset you a little bit. Any food with the words sugar and cream in the title, I'm in.
Sugar, butter, cream, more butter, more sugar,
Hopes and dreams.
all in one pie crust.
Jody really hit on something here.
Up next, world-class cuisine brought home to Bloomington.
I've learned to reconnect with my inner Hoosier.